Hey, it's your boy DJ Wolf here. Trying to get through the stupid ass traffic. I guess because everybody trying to rush home to watch this motherfucking debate. Excuse my French. I'm not in a great mood today. I mean, and don't take it personal. It's just me trying to get a little something off my chest. Get the popcorn ready tonight, people, because the debate, the first of a series of debates between Hillary, Ron Clinton, and Donald the jerk ass Trump. So you know me, Donald Trump is going down tonight. I guess multimedia outlets will be covering it. I just heard that Sirius XM is going to be all over it tonight. So if you can't watch it, you can actually hear it on your satellite radio, whether it be on the phone app or on the radio while you travel. In any case, just wanted to make a few comments on. I'm hoping tonight that we know there's going to be some fireworks there, because you know Donald Trump can't live without the media up his ass, which they're going to be doing plenty of that tonight. That's number one. Number two, did I say it's going to be a media bonanza tonight? Guaranteed media bonanza tonight. They're going to be all over this shit like stank on shit. Oh, I did say that, didn't I? But also, I'm hoping that Hillary comes out swinging as well, because she needs to. She needs to step up her game big time, because right now, Trump, as scary as it is leading the polls. You know? And if he's leading the polls, who knows what he's going to be doing later on. You know, he's the last MFI I ever want running this country, ever. Why do people have the need for speed around this area, man? That's where the DMV, man. These people around here they have to have the speed to get to where they need it, and they don't care how they do it. You know, I get more on that later. But like I said before, Clinton, Trump, the debate tonight. First of a series of debates, my understanding. Now, if I don't watch it tonight, what I don't watch tonight, I'm definitely going to take, because I definitely going to give you a full report on it tomorrow. And then I got to do some other stuff. But anyway, just I might actually do a live feed on my Blog Talk radio show now. I was thinking about doing that too. I might. So stay tuned on that. If you follow me on Twitter, I'll give you send you a note. I'll let you know when I'm going to be on, because I definitely want to talk about it. I also want to talk about never giving up on your side endeavors. I'll get that in a second. I had a talk with my son over the weekend. He wants to change careers again. And I told him, I said, look, and this is advice I'm going to give to all young people who listen to my podcast here. If you're in your 20s, okay, and you find a career that you can get into that makes some pretty good money, stick to your career path and move, and stay with it, because you can only grow once you stay in it. And once you stay in it, you can get the experience and build on the experience, instead of jumping from career path to career path. You know, I had a long talk with him about that. I'm hoping he really take me seriously, because you can't keep doing that. This is 2016, and it's best that you build a career path instead of trying to changing careers every year. You can't do that, because it's actually not going to look good on your resume. People want job experience. They want you to have some time behind your experience on specific jobs, especially if you're applying for a specific job that you feel that you qualify in. You have to have the qualification and the experience behind it. You know, and the only way you can do that, you have to build on that career experience in order to get it. You know, just like I told him. You know, nothing wrong with having like a side endeavor like I do with my DJ business and all that, and my podcast and all that. But my podcast is more like it's something I'm doing out of labor of love, to be honest. DJing is where my little side business is at. But if you're career minded, like I generally am, with my main function, is do what I do and get your years of experience behind you. Because that way, those employers are actually looking at, and you say, hey, you know what? You got the experience, you have the qualifications, and blah, blah, blah. They generally tend to go for that. You know. But if you're going to be job hopping from career to career every year, it shows that you have a lack of instability. You know. So I had a long talk with my wife. I said, look, stick on the path, career path, and follow it, man. Because you keep jumping, they ain't gonna like that. You know, but these young people, I don't know what is with these young people today, man. You know, you just change jobs like, I don't know. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But honestly, I will say this. Back about the debate, guys and gals. I'm going to say this. You need to follow these debates so you have a better understanding of what these candidates plan to stand on and stand for. You know. Because these debates right now, I'm going to tell you, I know it's cliche, but honestly, I think these may be the most important debates of our lifetime. Bar none. Because you have two candidates that even I'm not sure about on either side. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what these Democrats and Republicans were fucking thinking when they picked these two to be the nominees to represent candidates for president of the United States. I don't get it. I don't get it. Did I say I don't get it? I don't get it. You know, you had one who was involved in all kinds of controversies. You had another one who was involved in all kinds of controversies. And then add on to controversies that they're added on to since they've been running. You know? Because really, to be honest, when it comes to Trump, it's all about Trump. It's all about him. It's all about his money. It's all about his cronies. It's not about the people's country. They could care less. He's playing white people in terms of him talking about what he going to do to make America great. When was America not great? Oh, I can name a few things, but I'm just saying, in terms of what they did to people of color, you know. But that wasn't great. A lot of things that I will say this: America is a great country. I'm not gonna lie. I've lived in other places. I've lived overseas. You know, well, I was in the military overseas, so I was overseas for 2 years. So trust me when I say America is a great country. But when he said America, take back America, all this bullshit, man, that's white propaganda. I gotta say it. It is. It's propaganda that comes from a racist guy like Donald Trump and anybody of his ilk who believes that bullshit, who buy into the hype that we're going to take back something we never lost. No. It's not about you taking back America as it is you don't want anybody else to be part of it the way you are part of it. The way you have been able to thrive. That's all it's about. You know, when I think about, like, I'll give you an example. I might as well go into the story. I watched the video of, what was that guy named? Scott. Chief Scott, who I'm not mistaken the name. I think his name's Steve Scott. The guy who got killed in Charlotte by those cops. He was shot 4 times. I saw the video yesterday and I watched it again this morning. The guy, I didn't see a gun in his hand, you know. But here's the thing. If he had a gun in his hand and he's walking backwards, and there's about 14 cops right there, why does it take 4 bullets to put that man down? If that was the case. You know? You got white boys walking around with shotguns. Matter of fact, it happened right out here in the DMV. It was a white guy who threatened to do something. I don't remember if it was at the White House or somewhere where he threatened to shoot somebody. I think it was near the Capitol. Something went down years ago. Only thing I remember, he had a shotgun. Walking around with a shotgun in his hand around here. All right? And the only thing they did, they arrested him. They charged him with, I think, with a gun charge. And I don't even think he did any jail time. No, nothing. They just arrested him. Black man walked backwards. Now, they did say, the family member said that he did have a couple of things that was going on with him. But he did, step out the car. And they just let him have it. 4 rounds. He didn't do anything. His arms were down, all right? He didn't hold his hands up. His arms were down. He never flinched. I said to watch the video, you know? And I don't understand it, man. I don't understand why we're still treated differently. And I don't see it just with cops being biased towards black men. I see it in society itself. Even in 2016, I see more and more of it. You know? In various places. It's really sad. You know? You got illness. You got homelessness. You got hungry, starving babies. All over the place, man. And you thinking that the last thing you want to do is go hurt somebody. You know? And the more that I continue to build my relationship with God, the more I realize that I need Him more than ever. It's no wonder that religion is such a big deal in this country in terms of its beliefs. Why people turn to religion. I understand it. I may not understand all the vernaculars behind it, like the business end behind it, nor do I want to. You know. But I understand the religious aspect of it. Okay? You may not believe everything in the Bible. I believe quite a bit of it, matter of fact. In terms of its how can I put it? In terms of a lot of its philosophy, because that's really what a lot of it is. I'm not gonna kid about it. It is, but it's deep rooted in lessons, life affirming lessons. You know, and it's one of the reasons why I continue to do what I do with the church. You know, I ain't perfect. You know, I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do none of that stuff. I don't do no drugs at all. I don't believe in it. Never did. Alright? But I do believe in a higher power. I do believe in a higher calling. I don't believe that we're here to hurt one another. You know, especially not intentionally. At least I don't believe we are. But people do it. You know? And the more that I try to establish my relationship with God, the better I understand that I have that I need to be, how can I put it, more humbling among people. Not to be that doesn't mean I'm gonna be soft, because that's not me. But I'm just saying, it's more along the lines of somebody who really wants to be a more genuinely caring person. You know. somebody who sees life for what it is and sees how precious life really is to me and those around me. That's like when my son come to visit sometime, or I go visit him, man. And I realized that 24 years ago, I gave another person life. I helped to create life for another person. And he turned out, to be pretty freaking awesome, man. Despite some shortcomings, everybody has them. Everybody has a little, but really, he really is a great dude. He is a great dude, man. I love him to death, man. But the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying, because I think people don't take life seriously like they used to. We don't. Anytime a cop got a report of a guy whose car is stuck in the middle of a road out in Oklahoma, he comes over to you, lets you know about the car. You have him walk back over to the car, and then you shoot him. He does nothing. He doesn't attack you. He doesn't lunge at you. And then you falsely accuse him of trying to reach for something inside the car, when the car window was rolled the fuck up. Blood splattered all over the window. I said it. It's hurtful, man. Because I'm going to tell you right now, you only hurting yourself. When you hurt us, you're hurting you too. Real talk. I mean, seriously, it's you don't even understand. You're like, we got okay. I'm just saying. It's a shame that we're as much alike as we are unalike. The only difference is my skin is different from yours. Skin. The skin I'm in, like they say. My skin is different. That's the only thing that's different. I have family, you got family. We have happy moments, we have sorrow moments, just like everybody else. We have ups and downs. We got babies to feed too, just like y'all do. The difference is you want to make us look like fucking aliens. Dogs. Animals. Savages. Meanwhile, you guys are thinking that everything's rosy when it comes to y'all, but everybody else is shit under you. This is the mentality we gotta change. Not only mentality, but when it comes to justice in this country, we haven't done a great job of that. We've never done a great job of it, ever. From slavery on up, justice has never equally been served. Ever. Forever, ever. I mean, ever. I mean, ever. It's never, ever been equal. Let's be real about that. It's really sad. Really sad, man. I don't know what ever happened to this young man. There was a young man who was on Beyond Scare Straight, the show that I swear they need to bring back. They need to bring that show back. He was 16 years old. He had, I think this kid was charged of I think like one more than about 3-4 counts of fraud. I think it was bank fraud or something, credit card fraud, or something like that. And he was serving, I think, a 30-year sentence. He was only 16 in a men's prison. And he said he was getting headaches like every night, man, because he was getting his ass kicked up in that motherfucker. That had to be the most heartbreaking Scare Straight I've ever seen in my life. And I've been watching Scare Straight during the course of his run, and then when it was out in 1977, I saw the original one. Never seen anything like that before. That had me, even now, in tears. Because that could have been my kid. Thank God it wasn't. I mean, it's just sad that it was even this kid in the prison, man. 16 years old. and he was with hardened criminals. The crime he did was I mean, it was, I couldn't say it was a completely a victimless crime, but it was a crime that didn't affect anybody do a bodily harm, and this boy still was in there with hardened criminals. And I don't know if he ever made it out alive or not. I don't know what happened to that kid. Then there was a story about the young boy who was falsely accused of committing murder or something like that in New York, and he was a teenager too. He did 3 years. He came out, tried to fit back into society, and he ended up killing himself. Y'all know about that story. That was another heartbreaker. And this guy didn't do shit. You know, he didn't do a damn thing. He didn't do a damn thing. You know? That really was heartbreaking. I mean, that really tore me up. You know? I'm in tears thinking about that too. I said, wow. Yep. Because that boy was so traumatized. He did 3 years. Yep. For my mistake, if I'm not mistaken, I think he was locked up. His family didn't know. I think somebody's family knew what happened to him. Something to do with that. He was on, he was locked up on Rikers Island, if I'm mistaken. And he did 3 years for nothing, for something he didn't do. And he couldn't cope with society when I got out, man. And he ended up killing himself. That was a major heartbreaker. You know, he was all messed up after that. He was a young guy. You know, I said nobody gave a shit. You know, maybe that's why I feel I have some anger in my heart. You know, I'm not angry towards anybody specifically, but I'm angry at the way the system is working anymore, man. You know. And I've noticed that too. It's just ridiculous how this works. It's just messed up how the system is. You know, look at it was 2 cases. Matter of fact, it was one of his cases about this young boy college boy raped this girl. I think it was underage girl, if I'm not mistaken. And he got off. They walked him. I think he did like a couple months and he let him go. It was another one too. Both of them white boys. Yeah. No, I think it was one he raped a 2-year-old, something like that. And I think he walked too. But don't quote me on it, but the first one was true. That one just happened a few weeks ago. That guy just got off. But go show you how justice is uneven in this country. That's the shit that angers me. You know, what angers me is a couple other things. You know, I was talking about joblessness in these cities, once thriving cities, like my hometown, Cleveland. You know what's really thriving in Cleveland now? Downtown. You know, and every time I think about it, every time it goes through my mind, every time I think about home, you know. My dad took me through East Cleveland about 2 years ago. He took me through a tour. I'd been through East Cleveland, you know, city-wise, a long time. East Cleveland was a very thriving, bustling suburban city. It really was. I mean, it really was. I mean, they had it going on. You know, they had its own police department. They still do. Had its own trash removal, all of that. They were very self-sufficient years and years ago. Well, the last 10 years, the place went down. It's heartbreaking. Really, many big cities like that. You know, but this is a suburb of Cleveland. It was a very well-known, very well-liked, popular suburb. Matter of fact, I spent summers over there, so I knew it very well. You know. But I can honestly say in the last couple of years, I don't know it anymore. It ain't the same. It's not the same area I used to hang out at when I was a kid growing up in the 70s. I know. It's just sad. reflection of cities all across the country. Where certain parts of the city got the royal treatment, and other parts of the city got treated like shit. Yet those were the sections of the cities like East Cleveland, around that area. Anybody know from Cleveland know what I'm talking about. A lot of the major factory corporations like that built up the entire East Coast around. Northeast section around Ohio, and particularly in Cleveland, helped build it up. Because those factories helped build downtown. Now you got downtowns thriving. But yet the east side down there where, in Cleveland, a lot of factories and companies are gone. So many of those buildings are still there. It's just nothing more than just regular warehouses now. There's nothing happening. Nothing. It's just heartbreaking, man. It's just the more I think about it, and it's like the more that, the less I want to even, I don't know. It's just, I want to be, I'm going to continue to be there for my family regardless of what. It's just heartbreaking. It's truly heartbreaking. I swear to God. I was just telling my old lady, and I talked to my sister about it too. My sister she lives down south now, so. And we were just talking about how heartbreaking it is now. That we saw it coming in 1980. For me, in 1985, I saw it coming. I could see it. I could see it. Anytime you go downtown to apply for a job, 500 jobs, and this is a very popular blue collar city, okay, where I come from. Over 500 applicants for maybe a certain amount of jobs, okay, which at the time meant nothing, and that was 85. I hate to imagine how many people apply for jobs up there now, consider how bad the economy is up there. It's just sad. It's just, I could see the writing was on the wall for me at the time, which is the reason why it led me to do other things and get my ass out the city at the time. I could see that. I could definitely see that. And although sometimes I regret leaving there because I know I have family there and some friends, very close, good friends that I had. What the fuck are you doing, man? No, we're not doing this. Jesus, people, I swear, you can't. You literally had to fight to get your way out here in these roads sometimes. But it was probably, for lack of a better word, but I hate to say it, but it was probably the best move I ever made. For me. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, I've talked to young people before about stuff like this. Sometimes you have to step out your comfort zone to get to where you need to be. I always say that. And my comfort zone was the city that I knew and loved. But then when I go back there now, it's no longer what it used to be. It's just, it's really, I put it like this. There's many sections of the city, at least the sections where I grew up at, and I lived, and places I played around there. That's just a former shell of itself. It truly is. It truly is. And that's what's really sad. And every time I go home, that's the first thing I think about. How sad it is. It's DJ Wolf. All I'm going to say is this. This election, I'm telling you, I know y'all don't want to vote, but you got to vote with your conscience, man. You got to go with what you got. You got to vote. Because you'll be the ones that be coming around 2017 to my damn, I wish I'd have got that so-and-so out of here. You know? You'll regret it. At least if you vote and let your conscience be your guide, at least you can have the fulfillment of knowing, hey, at least I had to say so on this. You know? It's hard for me to want to vote, you know? Because after all of these promises that all of these guys, different candidates over the years made, that it's always the same old song that you get tired of hearing over and over, you know? It kind of wears on you. It really does. Don't take me to the offense, man. I'm just going past the MGM Grand out here at near National Harbor, and they got the lights on. Or maybe they've had the lights on since they've put the final touches on it. It looks good. First time I saw it. Anyway, but yeah, like I said before, vote with your conscience. Vote with your heart and your mind. Vote for what you know is right in your heart, man. All right, guys. This is DJ Wolf. I'm driving in the dark now, so I'm gonna try to get off of here and maybe do a show tonight. I know for certain I'm gonna watch the debates. If I don't watch tonight, I'm gonna tape it and I'm gonna put it on my DVR, set it for my DVR, and watch it in the morning and get your feedback on it. All right, guys. This is DJ Wolf. All I gotta say is, questions or comments, any suggestions you can make about regarding my podcast, my YouTube show, or my live radio show on Blog Talk Radio. Let me know. Slow down here. My email is djwolfonline@yahoo.com. That's djwolfonline@yahoo.com. I can also be... Look at this damn fool. I can also be reached at For All to Hear on Twitter, and my YouTube channel in the comment section is For All to Hear TV. Alright, guys, let me get off this phone here, man, because these people are driving crazy tonight. Alright? I got more to say about this and other stuff on the back burner. This is your boy DJ Wolf. Talk to you